Hi people, it's Archivist here, coming at you with some more Battlefront. And today I finally have some Walker Assault mode footage to show you, and not a minute too soon, as if I left it one more day, well, I'd never have it until the game comes out, so I really did have to go and do this. And like I said yesterday, it seems like every time I play this mode, the Imperials always seem to win. I have no idea what the Rebel victory win screen looks like. I'm just used to seeing that 80-80 taking out the shield generator. And also, like yesterday, I never got a chance to actually play as Darth Vader or Luke Skywalker. I had to stick as my boring Stormtrooper self, which was a little annoying, but I think I have to analyse Walker Assault mode from 2 points of view. From a cinematic point of view, as in capturing the Star Wars feel, the look of a true battle going on, this mode is fantastic. It really does feel like a massive Star Wars epic battle. There are TIE fighters and X-Wings flying overhead, exploding. You've got grenades going off left, right and centre. You've got a large scale. You've got the AT-AT Walker itself. You've got the AT-ST Walkers. You've got, well, these lightsabers occasionally popping up and doing something, hopefully. And also, I should say, the trench design. I really like the trench design. I've always been a fan of trench warfare in first-person shooters, and it really doesn't come up enough, but here it's done beautifully well. I really do enjoy it. So, from a cinematic point of view, I think it's very good. And also, of course, the graphics are very, very nice. In my personal opinion, this map does the worst job of showing off the graphics, but it still looks great, really great, and it's optimized really well for the PC if you're playing it on the PC. Then you have to move over to the practical side of it, and that's where things are a little less balanced. Let's just go like that, balanced. It feels like a mode where the look of it came first, so that it would look really good in trailers, but when you come down to playing it, if I was an Imperial, I was having fun. If I was a Rebel, I felt like I was just getting steamrolled, because if you're the Imperials, you feel like you're going with all these powerful equipment and just pushing the enemy back and then winning. If you're a Rebel, you just feel like you're going up against this unstoppable wave of enemies. It just feels so annoying that the Imperials have AT-STs, and I don't think the Rebels have really anything like that. They just have to get in their turrets, and their turrets can be taken out through some grenade throws. And I just feel like this is a very unbalanced mode, like fundamentally flawed in that sense. And considering that this is a multiplayer first-person shooter, when there's such a glaring issue with balance, that's quite a big problem. That's why I prefer to play the Sullust Drop Zone game mode, because there it felt totally balanced, but here it's quite obviously skewing towards the Imperials. So I really am split on judging Walker Assault mode. I should say that I had my first experience with a TIE fighter, and it was, you'll probably see it in the footage, not very good. I had never flown one before, so I just got in it, flew around a bit, got shot and had no idea how to respond, no idea how to shoot back, and just got blown out of the sky very quickly. It seemed like the kind of thing that would really benefit from a training mode, and I think they might offer a training mode in the actual game, because wow, it's just so intimidating to get into a TIE fighter, fly super fast on this map, and you don't know where the boundaries are. No idea how to take out an enemy. You just, what? Just what? And I think on my second or first TIE fighter flight, I just ended up crashing into an A-wing. That's all I could do. That's the best I could do. It seems like it could be fun, but I really need to learn how to do that. It's a little annoying getting into it for the first time, and then just no idea what to do. No controls, just, whoa, okay. I'll do my best, I guess. So as you see it here, there is a question I think that needs to be asked here. Is this truly a Battlefront game? I feel like since Call of Duty 4, since Modern Warfare 1, multiplayer first-person shooters have been afraid to move away from that ranking up system of acquiring abilities, acquiring weapons, and you know, having this sort of RPG side to it. Now, back when Call of Duty 4 came out, that was a big deal. Everyone loved it, and for years everyone loved it. But it's getting to the point now where that formula is growing stale. And I feel like that being applied to Battlefront doesn't quite work. Because something I loved about Battlefront was just the funness of it. You could just go in and you could, you know, if you were playing against the AI especially, you could just guarantee that you'd go in and you'd take control of Yoda and you just go around slashing people up. It was just good old-fashioned fun. But here I feel like I'm having to engage my Battlefront brain and having to go into, rather than, oh, I'm just going to enjoy this lovely Star Wars, I have to think, oh, I've got to take cover here, better not go out too quickly, I'll get shot up. I kind of want to just enjoy it more rather than having to really think about too much what I'm doing. And I guess it can't be taken as a straight up criticism, because there are plenty of people who love this kind of gameplay and will love the fact that it's been married with Star Wars. But for me, I would have enjoyed a more casual experience with Battlefront. One that was more about, well, the experience itself of just being a part of a battle in the Star Wars universe, rather than having to consider all these conventions that have come about ever since Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 1. I feel like that needs to be broken away from. I mean, Call of Duty 4 itself was breaking away from the more Halo Unreal Tournament style, where everyone was really arcade, jumping through the air like crazy, aim down the sights wasn't so much of a thing, and it brought this RPG style of play, and it revitalized online first-person shooter multiplayer. You know, that was why it was so brilliant. But the thing is, it did it so well that these big companies that have these massive budgets are afraid to try anything new. Yes, there are new elements at play in Battlefront to give, you might even say, the illusion of new mechanics, but on the whole we are talking about fundamentally the same basic principles here of leveling up, unlocking powers and abilities and weapons, where I think it would just be more fun just to begin with all of it at once. Just start off with it, just give people what they want and let them enjoy it. For one thing, people don't always have the time to necessarily invest in playing these games, and this is something that is quite a fundamental flaw. You begin inherently weaker than people who have been playing for a longer time. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with maybe giving people more options as they level up, maybe more cosmetic differences, a different style of weaponry, but someone who's rank 5 is inherently more powerful than someone that's rank 1. They have more weapons, they have more abilities. Someone who's rank 1 just has to deal with the fact that he's going to die quite a lot to begin with, and it introduces the idea that you're playing video games as a chore rather than just to enjoy them. And I think sometimes that works. In MMO, that's all about building up your power. From small beginnings you become very strong, but in a game like Battlefront, I feel like it should have just been out of the gate. You begin with all the weapons you need, all the power-ups you need, and it was just about choice right from the beginning, rather than having to kind of endure this time period where you are weaker than your opponents, which it's just unfair, basically. And I think in this video I've been far more critical than my previous one, because I might have given maybe too much praise before, but on balance I did enjoy Walker Assault mode. I think I would certainly say that if I'm an Imperial, but as a Rebel, maybe not so much. It just felt like I was always at a disadvantage, and it wasn't as fair. And it's also not as nice winning a game as an Imperial when you know that you have an advantage to begin. When you see that victory symbol, you're like, well, yeah, of course we're going to win. We're the Imperials. We have the 80/80s on our side. You know, how can we lose? So those are my impressions and thoughts, generally speaking, to Assault mode on Hoth. As always, people, thanks very much for watching, and see you next time.